Swallows an exciting band to be in 2014?
Yes, would be the. I think if I said anything else, there wouldn't be much point. What I mean by that is, if I don't think what we're doing is new, I'm not saying specifically new, but I mean if it's not exciting to me or anyone else in the band, we don't feel that the music we're putting out is something fresh.
Basically, what happens is Chrissy, whatever music Chrissy's listening to is the music we will play basically.
So, sorry, I've ripped your band off.
Started off like Chrissy wanted to be an Architects band, so we're playing like all these riffs and stuff, and now he's just like, he basically just rips off any band that he is listening to, but it turns out well. We obviously put our own stuff taken and stuff, but it turns out Chrissy or Danny will come up with a guitar track, let us hear it, I'll add drums, Sid will bass it up, and then lyrics wise it's usually Adam that writes it. I've wrote a couple songs, but majority of the time it is Adam that writes them.
From people that I speak to, I think in terms of lyrics, people have a notebook full of lyrics. I don't really like that way. I feel then when it comes to writing the song, putting the words to that, I feel you're trying to force them in. I know it sounds very cliche, but when I listen to a song, kind of words spring to mind, or kind of phrases or one-liners where I then expand from.
The stuff that we're playing now, it's a bit more advanced to it. Well, since I joined Swallows, I was a fan before anyway. So, right now, the stuff that we're doing and the stuff that Chris is coming out with and we're all coming out with, it's just like, just gel, you know what I mean? Everything's gelling together, it's a bit more beefier, just the sound in that is brilliant. It is brilliant, but we're expecting some pretty cool new fucking things.
I hate this song. I hate music. I don't actually know why I'm in this band, man. It's just like...
But I think as individual members, the cool thing about us as a band is that we have, like, everyone has very different like backgrounds. Barry, for example, is really pop punk orientated, and more important than that, which I find bizarre, is he's really big on rap, like massively on rap. I think a lot of his beats, some cool beats that come from that, or derive from that at least. Danny is punk, man, anything that's punk related, and I'm kind of on the same wavelength as that, like just raw stuff, big stinking riffs, we kind of love that thing, sort of thing. Chrissy, you kind of melodic hardcore daft, like Modern Life, all your emotional stuff. Sid kind of falls in that category as well.
Previously, when Grant was in the band, we'd work out parts that he would want to put in, if there was any. But recently, Danny's been able to write a lot more stuff. Like the set list for tour, and the very first song is Danny's song, and it's been going down really well. So he'll be writing more stuff. It takes a bit of the weight off my shoulders.
With Danny now in the band, he's a riff machine, man.
I try to bring the elements that I listen to. I'd say like, I don't know, I'd say Deftones, but the guys would probably kill me. But it's just any kind of, just the rawness is what we'd really like, you know what I mean? Like, all the hardcore, just bring it in as much as we fucking can.
We've recorded with Paul twice before, and each time we've been more than happy with the results.
Oh hey baby!
Just like, I don't feel pressure at Paul's, like, we know Paul, he's a mate now, which is probably the best thing about it, is, especially in the music scene, it is great to just have mates in the music scene.
It's more about what you want to do instead of what he thinks you should do, which, if I'm a recording artist, is kind of what you're looking for, and as a producer, is kind of what you're looking for as well. Don't get me wrong, he does have these like moments of kind of suggestions, which is fantastic. You kind of want that as well. So first and foremost, he's a smashing guy. The work he produces is spectacular, probably the best in Glasgow.
So do you want to explain what's going on here, Paul?
Well, I think Barry would be better explaining, but I'll just briefly say that...
Mr. Worldwide.
Or I won't briefly say anything.
Mr. Worldwide.
Right here, Paul is miking up some orange juice because we want this track to be fresh. So we have one unopened and one opened for double the freshness.
I tend to find you get better placement going slightly off axis to the top of the cap.
Placement is key.
It is, and the brand is key as well.
Tropicana.
Always Tropicana.
I think it's
always
pulp.
fresh.
I think it's pulp as well. With juicy bits.
Best thing, I don't know, just I love playing shows and recording and the touring aspect as well.
The best thing about being in Swallows is just it's just being with your best mates really. Cyclops. Fuck you, Adam. Like the banter is the best, and it's just about being able to play shows and touring and stuff. There is nothing better than touring. It absolutely kills you, but every musician enjoys touring. Like it's just a great laugh. Always random stories and stuff for tours, and it's just that's what I'm in a band to do. I'm in a band to play shows, tour, meet new people, meet new bands. It's none better than meeting new bands on the road as well, and just making some new mates out of that.
Best thing about being in Swallows is definitely playing shows, man. That's, for me, it's the whole point of being a band, is to play shows anywhere and whenever you can.
The best and worst thing is actually being with them.
The worst thing is, I don't know, having to listen to Barry's shit patter.
You better, I swear to Adam, I swear to God, see if you don't bring it, I'm actually gonna follow you. I fucking want you to bring it.
Bring the juice!
So please bring it.
Why is there so much noise?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fuck off, Barry.
The worst thing about being in Swallows is probably Barry, and I mean that in the best way possible. He's probably the foundations of the band, but he is a prick. But he's a prick, and we love him dearly. But he is the worst thing about this band.
Worst thing, probably the banter again. The banter can either be good, or if you wake up and you're absolutely in a terrible mood and people are just like trying to start stuff and just try your banter when you aren't in the mood for it, it's just like, oh, you just want to kill them. But at the same time it can like when you go band practice or being in a band and stuff, it gives you something to look forward to at the end of the week. Like, oh, nothing's happening this week, I've got band practice on Thursday night. That is your highlight for that week, rather than just a normal week of you doing nothing. Or being in a band always gives you something to look forward to. Touring, new merch, new songs, new recordings, and that is really like the best thing about it, is being able to put something that you love doing down and record it and stuff, and let people be able to see it and stuff see it and hear it has been like some of the best things. Being able to do that within a band has been cool.